Hi guys, today's lesson is for Wednesday 4/22-20, April 22nd, 2020. And on Monday we did two-step word problems using addition and subtraction. Today you're super lucky because we are doing two-step word problems with multiplication and division. I made an anchor chart for us already to save time. These steps are for any kind of two-step word problems that you use. We're going to quickly review it. Colin's going to zoom in on it for us so you can use this as an anchor chart at home as well. So for any kind of two-step word problem you have, you need to read the question to know what is the question asking. What do you already know from the problem? Underline the information that's important. We do that all the time. Step 1, you need to find that hidden question and solve it. Then for step 2, you're going to use the answer from step 1, the answer to the hidden question, in order to answer the original problem. You're going to think about the operations you will use to solve: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. You good, Kyle? Got it all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. So today's problem, we're going to read it first and then underline what's important, and then we'll find the hidden question and do our steps to solve it. Okay. Natalie and Sydney picked 4 bags of apples. Each bag was filled with 4 apples. They decided to share the apples equally. How many apples will each girl get? Okay, and I hope they're golden delicious because those are my favorite apples. Okay, let's think about what's important. We know that Natalie and Sydney went apple picking. They picked 4 bags of apples. Each bag was filled with 4 apples. Okay, each bag was filled with 4 apples. And we know that they are going to share them equally between the 2 of them. And then, of course, the question says, how many apples will each girl get? All right, so let's apply what we know. Let's get our little magnifying glasses out and find the hidden question. What do we need to know from this question before we can actually solve the entire problem? So think about that for a minute. If you have to, pause the video. Okay, you're right. We do not know how many apples they had altogether. Okay, we know that there are 4 bags of apples and that each bag was filled with 4 apples. And you can, well, actually, let's write our hidden question first. So we need to ask ourselves, how many apples did they pick altogether? The problem doesn't tell us that. How many apples did they pick in all? Okay. All right. So they have 4 bags with 4 in each. Okay. So that's 4 groups of 4. We're multiplying. Draw out your bags. 1, 2, 3, 4 bags, 4 apples in each bag. Okay, there's your picture. So what do you need to do? We're multiplying. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so they picked 16 apples in all. Now, they decided to share the apples equally. So they're sharing. What operation do we know we need to do when we have a total? We already know the total, and we're going to divide them out. We're going to share them. You're right, we're dividing. Okay, so what are we going to divide? The total number of apples, 16, divided by How many people went apple picking? Who were our friends? Natalie and Sydney. Divided by 2 friends equals what? Okay, remember the strategy. If you can't remember 16 divided by 2, you're going to use your multiplication to help you. 2 times something equals 16. Oh my goodness, and I know you're already saying it out loud. You're right, it's 8. Okay, 2 times 8 is 16. So now we need to answer the question. How many apples will each girl get? Each girl will get 8 apples. Okay, 8 apples. Always remember your unit. Okay, real quick before we go, when you look at your homework packet, or not your homework, your actual assignments, you're going to flip to the second page where it says solve word problems, multiplication and division. It is dated Wednesday, April 22nd. It has the steps and the reminder questions for you. Mrs. McLean did not put on your step 1 and step 2 anything there because all of our brains think differently, and you're going to use the strategy that you want to use that's easiest for you. Some of you may want to draw a bar diagram. Some of you may just want to write out the equation. Some of you may want to draw a picture. So this space is for you to use the strategy that works best for your brain, okay? So for Wednesday, you have 1 problem. If you flip over again, you will see that each page is labeled Wednesday 4/22. You have a total of 3 problems, okay? And then we'll go over Friday's lesson in the next video. One thing I did want to add quickly is please email your completed math work for the week to your math teacher by the following Monday. Please do not email us every day because it's too many emails for us to keep track of. If you just send all of your math work to me, Ms. Spiegelmeier or Mrs. Walker, whichever one of us is lucky enough to be your math teacher. All right, mathematicians, have fun doing your assignments today. Believe in yourself. I miss you.